You look like a wreck. Spiritually. Spiritually speaking. You look lovely in person.
Get it off your chest, get them off your back. Get your compulsions back on track. Stick it to the strikes, tell them take a hike. Join your obsessive compulsive dykes.
Like
So here's the thing, I need the marathon training to be over because I have more important fish to fry, and that's that I need to learn to backflip, I've decided, because yesterday...
I'm so coming with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm gagging to learn to backflip.
Yesterday I
seen
saw...
videos of people backflipping, like, being like, this is how you do it. First you like jump over your shoulder, then you like jump over backwards and it's there.
Yeah. Yeah, and when I bail out of a handstand, I'm like... That's basically a backflip with your hands. Like, what?
I think that was a stretch. Sorry, I've got to call it out. That is a stretch. Going forward into a handstand and then bailing out and coming back the way you came is the
No,
complete
I
opposite
usually
of a
bail
backflip.
over my left shoulder. So I bail like going up on my hands, and then I like go over. But
That's a
like I
front
do
flip.
it like... Yeah, but I do it like front flip, but it's like on a, almost a front flip, but it's like slightly on the diagonal. Anyways, I feel like I have sort of the passing on part. Anyways, but yesterday I was at Transworld, which was this night put together by my friend's friend, and she is a
Just
big
give me a
deal. She was on Drag Race. And I didn't even know. Met her a few times, and she's lovely. And I asked her like what she did, and she was like really coy about it and was like, I make some clothing. And it's like, yeah, you make an insane amount of clothing, and you were on Drag Race and you're like famous. And I haven't watched a lot of Drag Race, so I didn't recognize her. But she was like, when I asked her what she did, she was humble. She was super humble. She was like, what about you? And I was like, wow, you're a perfect person.
That's amazing.
Anyways,
I literally cannot relate at all.
No, obviously neither. And then I found out when we went to the Transworld thing, I was like, because they were like, oh, my friend was like, oh, she's putting together this like event. And then I was there, and like it was other contestants, like all trans girls who had gone on Drag Race, who were like doing this thing. Anyways, the point of this was one of them I was so absolutely fucking in love with, because she was like gorgeous and had such an attitude. She was just like, licking her fingers and like going like it was so insane. And she was doing backflips like crazy. She was backflipping on that stage and like backflipping into like the middle splits. Like, no.
I'm sorry, what?
I know, and I was like, that is so off brand for me that I can't do that.
Yes,
and I'm like
so
in awe,
true.
but I'm also so jealous.
Fuck, we need that.
I know. Maybe
That's
she's
the
my
one thing
gender
our
of
act
the
that
day.
we just did was missing, actually, I think.
Yeah. Truly, we have to speak about that. But on that,
We
I
are.
want to say, hey, obsessive compulsive dykes, it's me, Anna.
Oh my god, and it's me, Anna's guardian, Megs. We're just taking Anna around the block, just getting a bit of daylight. Just smile at them if you see them. Don't take anything they give you. Speaking of taking things that Anna's given us, Anna gave me a probiotic starter, and it's become my literal child. So I wake up in the morning, I'm like, hey, how are you doing? Like, take it downstairs. Well, I don't even take it downstairs. I look at it, like tilt it around a bit, because what you do is put milk in the starter each day, obviously soy milk, and then you can, at the end, like 24 hours later, you fish out the starter like globs. It's like sticky rice, and then what's left is kefir.
Isn't
with
it
60
amazing?
bacteria strains.
Hell yeah, baby. I use whole milk in mine, but you can use whatever you want. Some people even use water, and then they have like fizzy water.
Oh,
Fizzy
I looked
kefir
that up.
water.
That's different. So you can get milk strain or water strain. That you can't do do water for the one
really?
we have, because it will kill them. There's nothing for them to eat. Whereas there's like actual water bacteria globs.
Yeah, isn't it brilliant? It's kind of like I understand why you're the excitement I see in you makes me so happy, because that's exactly how I felt. Like,
Yes.
for the first like month, maybe 2 of me having my kefir and doing it every day, I like could not stop talking about it. I was telling every person, whenever somebody was like, how are you? Like, how's your love life, career? I was like, fuck that. I've got this kefir. And literally, I was like,
it's so relatable. And
I'm like, that is the
point
headline of my life.
Yes, sorry, no one's doing anything as exciting as that, because that is unlimited free kefir.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? I've never even found vegan kefir to buy, like, let alone making myself with soy milk that costs 90p from Aldi. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, so exciting.
Brilliant.
And I have shown everyone, like every person who's come over to my house, like even if I know them or don't know them, because I live with housemates now, by the way, update pending, then whoever walks in the door, I'm like, hello, come and see my jar. Everyone's impressed.
Megs, what's your gender of the day?
My gender of the day is a Greek, like ancient Greek vase that's got like all the carvings and engravings of like all the people like eating grapes and like pouring out a glass of wine.
Yeah, the drama.
Yeah, drama. Like probably like blue and white, but could be terracotta. I'm not really sure what access to paints they had. Or glazes. What's yours?
Well, I aspire for my gender to be, you know, the girl yesterday who were doing the backflips. Like, so I want to say that is my gender of the day. But something that's more realistic, it's like a soggy tampon that like you've had in for way too long.
That is fucking sad. I will say, if a tampon is that soggy, it's falling out, I think. I haven't used tampons for like 6 years, but
I know I've
memory,
got a really strong vagina. Like the walls are, the musculature is like pretty intense.
That's so valid.
So I could hold like a needle in there. Do you know what I mean?
That is a horrible thing to say. You could hold a. Okay.
I just wanted to demonstrate.
Could you hold a test tube?
Yeah.
Lubricated, like covered in lube.
Covered in lube is hard because lube is powerful.
Okay, I just wanted to know where the sort of line was. I don't shy away from a challenge.
I might try.
Yeah,
also the test tube, like how? No, I think I could. Even with the lube, I think I could.
Could you hold, like, say you've peeled a cucumber?
This is the whole episode.
Say you've peeled a cucumber and down until it's like the girth of like a 10p piece.
100%.
But it's all the sloppy innards of the cucumber. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Could you hold that?
Like watery bits. Yes.
That is amazing. Can't hold on to romantic love.
Wanting to be the backflipping splits performer, more of a saggy tampon today. But here's the thing: I would say if I hadn't had done my long run today, I would have probably been her. Because like I'm not necessarily in a bad. I think I'm in a good place in my life. I'm just like really annoyed at having to do marathon training because I decided to sign up for a marathon out of my free will.
It is such a bucket list item though. Honestly, it's on my list to do a marathon.
Yeah,
exactly. At some point I'm gonna have to do that.
Exactly. I'm like, you gotta do it at some point. So I'm doing it now.
Yeah,
I'm doing it now, and I'm just getting it over with, to be honest. And I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy the actual day. It's just that there's also been so many complications around it, where it's been like, oh, every single thing in my life happens to be like on that weekend, or there's been so many times where people are like, oh, this is gonna happen then, or that's gonna happen then, and I'm like, you guys, stop. The marathon, capital T, capital M,
exactly, is happening that weekend. Are you joking?
Are you joking?
Nothing else is happening.
Oh, snore so hard. Anyways,
yeah,
the girl I'm seeing told me she's going to take me to the south of Spain after I finished.
Oh my god.
And
I'm in the wrong business. I need to be a courtesan.
What?
Like,
Remind me what that is.
A courtesan is like somebody who, like, used their wiles to like live a luxurious lifestyle, financed by like powerful people. So not necessarily like money for sex, but could have included that. But like, kind of an escorty vibe. Yeah.
You know, I always thought that I wouldn't be good at that, but I'm actually thinking maybe I would.
If the world was all gay, we'd be excellent at that. Fantastic conversation partners. Hilarious. Beautiful.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. No, 100%. I think the gayness is the issue, or like the lack thereof, rather. That like, because I just think I have such a hard time with sexism.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Take.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know who's having a good time.
Not into that. Yeah.
Queer me out. Sexism is out.
I actually had a really interesting conversation with my mum yesterday. I was talking to her about the thing that I shout out. I was talking to her about the thing that we chatted about the other week, about like masculinity and femininity, and like mask for femme, soft mask looking for dom femme, and sort of like the intricacies, like the sort of hoops we get ourselves in. And she had a really interesting take actually on the sort of soft mask for dom femme thing. She was like, because I was like, why do you have to put dom in front of the femme? That's like assuming that women aren't assertive. And I was kind of, you know, I was operating from the place of giving the soft mask the benefit of the doubt, meaning that like, you know, they just want somebody who's assertive and self-assured, but they think because they're mask and they want to be with someone femme because they need to fit into the heteronormative sort of blueprint, but they actually want somebody who's like confident,
masculine energy.
Exactly. So they have to put dom instead of in front of the femme. And my mum was like, I also don't. She was like, no, but I don't like that. Like that also, if it feels like they are sort of fetishizing. She's like, oh, so does that mean they're attracted of the idea of like women being inherently submissive, but this one is special? Like, have they bought into the sort of toxic masculine mentality of that?
Yeah.
And I was like,
that's a good point.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, that's interesting, because I just thought that, like, I don't know, it's easy to give, just because the other partner is also like a queer person, it's easy to give gays an easy out and be like, and they are just choosing this person because of their like insecurities around like heteronormativity and whatever. But it's like, oh, this actually might be your like wiring, where it's anyway, I thought it was an interesting take.
No, that is interesting. I think it's hard, isn't it? Because like we only have those labels because we kind of needed them, I guess, to find each other in like newspaper ads, and like when the world gives you like a porthole to see yourself through, and like no, you can't see the whole picture, you don't have a whole window. Like if you see it through this like little thing, and you're trying to see your reflection in a society that like isn't reflecting you at all. So it's like maybe they needed those things because they were like, well, I don't know how to express what I want because I don't have the words for it, because it doesn't exist in this world, like in society and language. So this is just the best they had. But maybe nowadays, when we have like more understanding of gender as a spectrum and as a kind of like beyond a spectrum, a 3D sphere of like possibilities, then like the labels seem reductivist, and like they kind of remind us of all of these problematic kind of features of patriarchal society, but they kind of had their place. Maybe we're outgrowing them, but it's not necessarily that they're inherently sexist. But, you know, can something be not sexist if it was made in like a sexist society? God, we're going deep today.
Oh.
I don't think either of us have the bandwidth to actually come to any conclusion on
No, oh my god, no, definitely not. I'm also like, there's so many like caveats to like what we've said as well about, I mean, there's so many. Now I had another thought. God damn. Oh, it's so hard.
that. Fucking hell. Slow them down.
Where I was like, oh, I feel like I need to cover all grounds, because the point I just made, I want to like reiterate how you are allowed to have a preference for something more feminine and masculine, but also what is femininity and masculinity, and like have that whole conversation again. And then it was like, no, we've already had that conversation, but do I have to like mention that again just because we're on this topic? And then that made me think of So True, which is a podcast led by Caleb Heron, where he was like, it's honestly so boring having to listen to people have actual interesting conversations. I'm completely not paraphrasing at all, because I have no idea exactly what he said, but I'm just getting to the point. Anyway, just a little OCD disclaimer there. But he was like, it's boring to listen to people have interesting conversations because the conversations are constantly interrupted by having to like cover all grounds and cover all bases to make sure that like nobody can poke a hole in what they actually said, and make sure that the point is so absolutely clear, because otherwise, because people are so out to get each other, so you feel like you have to always cover all grounds to make sure that, because people want to criticize so badly. And he's like, but that's actually so boring. I just want to listen to like the point that you're trying to make, and like not like a million disclaimers around it, you know.
It's so true. And I mean, it annoys me as well. I'm like, just say it with your chest. I'm not saying like, we're not saying we believe any of this stuff. We're just like chewing over, like, it's like chewing on tobacco and spitting it out. Like, that's all we're doing. I'm not selling you my branded fucking tobacco biscuits you have to eat, and I don't eat them either. We're chewing on them, then we spit them out. By the way, no one uses chewing tobacco. That's fucking embarrassing. But just
like, they're even gonna cover some ground and be like, tobacco's bad for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's embarrassingly bad.
Yeah,
I mean, to chew it as well, of all things.
I reckon that's something that I would have like tried to do when I was about 19. Like, I really was that guy who was trying to do, like, at one point I actually did have like a cigarette like mouth holder thingy, you know, like they had in the 20s.
Yeah,
like a holder.
I was trying to think if I think that's cool or not.
It isn't. No, for like, from my perspective, I just think it's a little bit wanky. Like, I know that I did those things out of like, I thought they were like cool and like interesting, and I was like, oh, this is like fun, but also I probably did want attention for it, and that's kind of the aspect that I'm not really jiving with these days.
Yeah, you don't do anything for attention these days, which is real growth for you.
I had that conversation the other day with the girl that I'm seeing. She was like, do you care a lot?
This girl needs a name.
No, for sure. This woman. I've been calling her Cali girl because we met at calisthenics. But people think that she's from California.
Cali girl, of course. Can I just say to everyone listening, I am obsessed with Cali girl. Cali girl, if you're listening, I love you.
I'll make sure she listens to this. I'll send it to her.
She better fucking be listening anyway. Like,
obviously, yeah. She has started. If
she doesn't listen to this.
She has started, but she started from like, she didn't want to start too soon into us dating each other, which I can understand, because it's like she wants some context from me directly,
yes,
before she like gets to know me through this. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, that's very healthy and good.
Yes,
and classic Cali girl.
Classic Cali girl. But now she's started listening from the top, like from season 1, like back in the day.
So can we talk about the amount of people that start at the very beginning?
And I love that.
I love
beautiful.
I'm like,
I think that's the way you should do it. Like, you should come with us on it's a narrative story, and you need to start from the top.
It truly is. It truly is.
So basically, so yesterday, was it? Yeah, the other day, yesterday, 2 days ago, basically, like, really high PMS. Oh God.
Between 1 day and 2.5 days ago, it was probably like approximately 64 hours ago. Go ahead. We'll set the scene
More or
now,
less,
thank
more or
goodness.
less. And I was with Cali girl, and I was PMSing, and she was like, I was telling her a story about something, and then she was like, do you care a lot about like external validation? And I was read so hard, like it hit me so deep in the gut. I think especially because I was PMSing, and like, you know, I think it's hard not. I think everybody cares about external validation to like a degree, and I think my sort of need for external validation fluctuates a lot. I think I go through periods of time where I'm like kind of okay, and I like know what's real and what matters, but I do find it hard. I think the more external validation I get, I think it's hard not to allow it to take as much space. I think when I'm in periods of time when I get a lot of external validation for whatever reason, I then become more dependent on it. And I'm in my new project is trying to find a way of like, because I also, same podcast, So True, that I listen to every day, there was also somebody who was like, I have to sort of allow the external validation to sort of wash over me a little bit, and like not really, even though it's nice to have compliments and like maybe, you know, you want to be able to bask in it a little bit, I've learned that it's actually better for me to sort of just like let it just like not be that significant, and you know, just say thank you and like not deep it so much, and not try to not like take it in too much, because if I do, it becomes something I'm more and more dependent on, you know.
That's
like the
so
more
interesting.
the more sugar you eat, the more addicted you're going to be to sugar, kind of vibe. And I was like, and also they were like, so, and they were like, that's also how I care less about hate comments. The more I care about the good feedback, the more I need the good feedback, the harder the bad feedback hits.
Wow.
And I was like, oof, I do feel that. And I do feel like I've been getting a lot of sugar lately, and that's dangerous. That's dangerous. That is dangerous. And when she said that when I was PMSing, I was like, I started crying afterwards.
Oh.
I was like, do you judge me for needing external validation? And she was like, oh my god, no. And I started crying.
It's relatable. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, right, it's settling, everyone. So this is kind of like Gayborhood Watch, but it's kind of like my life is gay, and I've been on literal Gayborhood Watch because I've been going to a million house viewings because we're buying a house. Me, the vegan, and the runner. No, me, the fiance, and the runner. God, I really got to stop doing them dirty like that. And
I mean,
yeah,
they were the vegan for like 2 years.
Yes, before they fiancé'd it.
Do you know what's crazy is that we haven't celebrated our first or second pod anniversary. But we've had this pod for over 2 years, and we've not even once been
That's
like,
crazy.
hey.
Not even
Anyway,
once.
Happy second.
Do you know what? When we get a full season out without a pause or any week off, then we'll celebrate.
Okay.
And we'll celebrate that 11th year anniversary in style. I've been going to a million house viewings. And for those of you who are not watching but listening, or even those of you who are watching and can see I've got a different backdrop to usual, this very chic navy wool. I live in Bristol now. So I'm officially in Bristol, in a house, a beautiful house. Me, the fiance, and 2 other people that we're living with who are fast becoming friends, which is so lovely. While we look for a house, and the runner's already here in a different house, and we like see each other all the time because everything in Bristol is like under a 10-minute drive from anywhere else in Bristol. It's crazy. Like, unless you're going like really far out, everything's a cycle. Like, often like cycling is faster than like any other way. Oh my god, it's an amazing city. Everything's going well, and today we put in an offer on a house.
Oh my god.
Oh
my god, that's crazy.
I know.
Wow.
I can't believe it. I literally can't believe it. So I saw it once. I saw it on my own first. I came out of the viewing, I cried, and that's big for me to cry, especially like on my own. So, well, maybe not especially on my own. It's big for me to cry at all. especially with like joy. So I came out, cried, literally was like, I found our house. I called the fiance and I was like, I found our house. This is it. And it's crazy because it's not even like perfect. It's not like you walk in and you're like, oh, there's like, it's all done exactly how we do it and blah, 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 blah. It's like, it clearly needs work and that's fine. But it's not, it's got great bones and like so many good things going for it. And I was like, oh my God, I really hope that you and the runner both like this house, because this will be like quite devastating to me if you guys come and see it and you don't like it. So then yesterday we had the viewing, the three of us, and I was like, okay, here we go, like please like it. It's like I'd made like this like glitter project and brought it in for my show and tell, and I was like, please, everyone in the class, hopefully they like it. And then we went in, everyone was being quite like, you know, like, because the estate agent's there, so you can't just like run around. You've got to be like, oh okay, yeah, so I can see there's like a bit of something there, or there's a bit of something there. So you don't want them to be like, okay, they're going to buy this house at any cost. We can just keep like saying no to their offers. So you're kind of playing it cool. But anyway, I was watching them like trying to read all their micro expressions and being like, do they like it? Do they like it? And we came out, got in the car, and they both turned to me and were like, I think that's our house. I was like,
oh my God.
Yeah, unreal. So then we all slept on it, woke up this morning. Me and the fiance both woke up with the same number in our head of what to offer, which was crazy.
That's incredible. When do you know when you're going to find out? Well,
because like they'll probably want to think about it. I guess I find out like Tuesday, Wednesday if they have a counter, or if they accept it. I mean, if they accept it, fucking amazing. Like if they accept it, then like hopefully in 3 months' time we'll be living in that house.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I really hope it happens. I've got a really good feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to happen. It's the year of the horse. It's the perfect time for this.
This is
the perfect time for this.
Example of it.
And can I just say how absolutely stunningly beautiful and amazing I think it is that you as a couple with a third queer friend are buying a house together. Like, I understand that it's like partly a financial decision, but it just feels so queer utopia to me that it's like such a big like permanent decision. Like, of course it's not permanent, like you can sell a house and somebody can be bought out or whatever, but like still like to make like such a big commitment to each other, like, and not just as a monogamous like couple. Do you know what I mean? Like I just find it so beautiful.
Thank you so much. That is so lovely. Do you know, this is like my feeling exactly. Like I feel also like how beautiful it is to just have the life you want to have and like that you hope to have, and you don't have to wait for somebody to do it first in your close circle to like do it and for that to be okay.
Yeah.
It's funny to see how like no one really blinks an eyelid, apart from like some people who are like very particular types of estate agents, like have said like, oh, you know, and then like when you guys decide to like have a baby and then your friend moves out, and I'm like, huh, because I'm the only one there, so I'm like, I wonder who you think the three of us are.
Yeah.
Like if the three of us were here, I don't think you'd make that comment. But anyway, like apart from those random estate agents, like no one in our lives is like, oh, that's weird, like why would you do that? Everyone's like really touched by it. It's really sweet, like no questions asked, which is funny, isn't it? Because like you kind of think like, oh, we're kind of doing something really unusual.
Yeah.
But it makes me think that loads of people would do that if they could, if they realized they could.
Yeah,
but
because I think a lot of people
thing.
maybe want to, because but they don't want to do it because they're like, well, surely if that was a good idea, people would be doing it more. And it's like, no, it's just because it's so unconventional that people are like scared. And also it's insane that people are like so quick to buy property with partners but not with friends. And it's like, your friends are probably more of a guarantee they're going to be in your life forever.
Absolutely.
You know,
it's going to take a long time for like any romantic partner to get to the level of like my friends that I've had since I was 11 in terms of like reliability over time. Like you might get close with them and you might like build a relationship faster, but there's people I've known since I was, well, yeah, how old am I? Yeah,
28.
16 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. 16 years of my life. I mean, that's like almost a bloody bronze wedding anniversary or something.
Yeah.
What's 16 years wedding anniversary? Somebody please comment that in.
I can't believe how long I known one of my closest friends. Now I'm just deep in it. I mean, it's crazy because, you know, the older you get, the larger that number gets, which is so crazy. But also that, like, you know, some people who I've quote unquote only known since drama school, I will have known for 7 years in September. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like,
yes,
whoa, that's crazy.
I had the exact same thing this last Christmas when I was living with, her code name's going to be Grace.
Why?
Because she is the Grace to my Frankie from Grace and Frankie.
Oh.
So Grace feels like a crazy code name because it's like a normal name.
Yeah.
But Grace and I realized that we had known each other for like 9 years. And we're like, that how can you have known a friend from uni for that long?
Yeah. No, exactly. And also that I've been out of drama school longer than I was in drama school. I'm like, whoa, what?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, me too. We're getting old.
Well,
like
we're not
wine.
getting old. I actually was in Adidas today to pick up a pair of running shorts, and they were discussing age, and one of them, they were like, you're not really old these days, even when you're 50. It's like when you're in your 60s, maybe you're starting to get old. And that really made me feel good. It's really hard because I don't think I think that deeply about age. I think, like, you know, I think it's so relative if you're, depending on how you live your life, your body, and, you know, people are like, oh, you're in your 30s, your hips start to, like, feel weird. And I'm like, I know we're not in our 30s yet, but, like, we will be not very long. And I'm just like, I don't think we're in the same position. Sorry,
as, like,
but like
people who have like office jobs since they were 18. Yeah.
Exactly. Where I'm like, well, no, I'm very fit and healthy. I haven't drank for over 5 years, and I exercise every day. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like,
incredible.
Yeah, no, it is incredible. But then I'm also like, so I just find it insane that people are like, oh, when you're in your 20s this, when you're in your 30s this, when you're in your 50s this. I'm like, it's all so relative though.
Yeah.
There are people in their 50s that are probably in better shape than a lot of people in their late 20s because of how they live their lives, you know?
Absolutely.
So their bodies are probably healthier and, like, maybe have, like, better values, like, if they did blood tests, than those people because they live their lives so differently. So I think, and I just, probably due to my actual, you know, insecurity around entering into my 30s, it actually frustrates me so much when people make those comments and generalizations, because I'm like, well, no, because I'm out here trying so hard to not care about aging. So when people make those sweeping generalizations that don't apply to me, I'm just like, ugh, so annoyed. But then equally, if I actually was sat comfortably in how I feel about it, maybe I wouldn't care. I'm doing so much
for you to look into there.
Yeah, but I'm just having so much self-reflection every time I'm PMSing. I'm like, let me dig deep in every single corner.
Your fringe looks so good.
You think? I'm fucking hating my fringe at the moment.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think it looks really nice. Now you've that bit you've done there. Yeah. That's better. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Personally, I'm really sick and tired of it at the moment. But, you know, that might also be because I'm PMSing. Like, I can't tell you the amount of people who are doing slalom walking. I'm like, you know, like slalom skiing when you go like, but like they're doing it when they're walking. When I was out running today, I'm like, I'm just there trying to find a way. It's so bad, Megs, when I'm PMSing. I'm actually such a cunt. It's actually, It's so bad. It's so bad. I will run down the street and I will literally say out loud to somebody who can't decide which way to go. I will actually out loud say, make a choice.
Oh my god.
I'll go, make a choice. And then
Do they hear you?
Sometimes maybe. I actually don't know because I'm running quite fast. So I don't know if these people are clocking what I'm saying or not. And then I'll
That would really
continue
annoy
running.
me.
I'm sure it would. Like one of my biggest flaws is the fact that like I'm a huge rule follower when I'm following the rules and nobody else is, but I'm also a huge rule breaker. Like I'm very on my high horse if somebody is like not walking when if I'm cycling, for example, and somebody is jaywalking. I'll be like, I'll be like, it's red. I'll be like so fucking frustrated being like, it's red, you fucking idiot. Because I'm here on a bike. I've got priority. But if I'm the one walking, I'll be like, to the cyclist, I'll be like, calm down. So I am...
It's so true.
I am
exactly
such a hypocrite. It's insane.
It's got to be... like different moods when you find like if I'm having a good day, then I'm like, everyone feel free to go in front of me, but then like in the car, and then if I'm having like a slightly not great day, I'm like, don't you fucking dare, like I'm like 1 millimeter behind the car in front of me to like not let anyone out. For what reason? Do you know what I mean? What am I trying to manage?
No,
I'm
for
just
sure,
lashing out.
for sure. But I think it's okay
continuing
not to be serene all the time, because I also try to be, but like when I'm PMSing, I'm like, it doesn't matter, if I meditate every day and how much mindfulness I do. Like when I'm PMSing, I will be annoyed. I'm not gonna get past that. It's just the way it is. That's hormonal. It's out of my control. Sorry. Just sorry. That's just what it is.
Yeah. Thank you for being honest with yourself.
I'm nothing about honest with myself. I'm very self-aware is one thing I'll say.
That's great. Yeah, you are.
Then what I do with that is a whole different thing. Anyways, I'm gonna go on to my neighborhood watch, which is about what I did this week, which was I was in Prague this week.
I can't wait to hear about this.
I was shooting a commercial, and Prague was beautiful. I was already PMSing because this was now the week leading up to my period, but I actually did handle it quite well. I was just annoyed that I couldn't like enjoy things more because of where I was hormonally. I really tried to like be grateful for life and the little things and stuff. I think I'm quite judgmental towards all of my flaws. Like, how much have I already criticized myself in this episode, to be honest? Self-aware, but also kind of like self-criticizing. Wow, big realizations. Anyway, that was already happening over in Prague. And it was sunny and it was beautiful. And when I step out of the car, we're shooting in this incredible house. Like, it's so gorgeous. I'll send you photos. It was insane. It was owned by like 2 artists, very successful artists, because it was massive and gorgeous. Anyways, I step out the car on the first day of shooting, and straight away I see a dike. I see a dike.
A blessing. It's like when a black cat crosses your path, but it's like when a dike materializes wherever you are.
Exactly like that. And like she walks up, and everything is just like, it's just like snap back, open shut, like it's the whole thing. I was like, oh my god, obsessed with the Eastern European dikes showing up for this shoot. I mean, you could argue I'm an Eastern European dike. I'm a Northern European dike, but Eastern
Northeast?
I'm Northeastern European dike, yeah. Anyway, I'm 8th part Eastern European dike. Anyways, I'm obviously, super excited and know straight away that like this is somebody I've gotta get to know. So like in between takes, when I have downtime, like I need to be talking to this girl because I need to know what's up. I need to know how she's doing. And like, I think I had the thing again. Well, I think that's such a coy thing of me to say. I'm like, what if she's listening? straight away I'm obviously like, yeah, I think I fancy you. But then again, you have to realize that like this is the only other dyke in, you know, within a 1 mile radius. So like, of course I'm like, yeah, I think I fancy you. Again, it's this sort of reptile brain survival of the species thing kicking in, where I'm like, I have to do it to make sure that the dyke bloodline continues.
The bloodline continues.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's only the two of us here. But I was mistaken. I do
chuckling.
I do go for the entire shoot thinking that we are the only two dykes here. Now there is one more that I have had my eye on, and I'm like, I think maybe you also. And it's the producer, who was like this gorgeous tall woman, and I was like, my gaydar is going off a little bit, but I'm not sure. Whereas the other one was like, you know, that's the sample they make at the store, you know. I'm like, that's a dyke if I've ever seen one.
That's the control test.
Exactly. And then I go through all the thing, and like I also get confirmation, because we're like, the dyke, the sample one, the control test dyke, was doing like playing like a game on her phone where you have to like use your fingers to like get points or something. This was like, you know, late at night, like we're gonna wrap in like in half an hour, and she was like, she was ordering food for me and the other cast member on like a food app, and then you could play a game on the food app, and I was like, let me do it. And then I did it, and then I hit the record, and I like beat her record, and she was like, oh no. And I was like, well, that's on being a lesbian. And I obviously say this because I'm like, I just want some verbal confirmation.
Absolutely.
And she's like, well, I am also blah blah. And I was like, she said it in like a like, well, I'm too, like I'm also, I don't remember exactly, but she was like making a point of like, well, me too, bitch, but you still beat my record. And I was like, well,
yeah, loud and clear,
baby. And I don't clock this at that point in time, but the third one,
are you mad? Oh right, you clocked. No, you did clock what you just explained.
No, of course I. Sorry, I was like, just explained. I orchestrated like, that moment.
Glasses for your brain, but no.
No, yes, I orchestrated that moment. I already knew. I just needed to. But in this moment, I didn't clock that the third potential lesbian was sat next to us as well. Anyways, fast forward the day after, shoot day 2. Which is, it's only a 2-day shoot, so this is the final day. I notice a ring on like the married finger, kind of on
intriguing,
on control test dyke, and I go, that's a nice ring. And then I go, are you engaged? And she was like, yes, that's not my engagement ring, but yeah, I'm engaged. I was like, okay, lovely. And then I like try and like, I want to ask him more questions, because I want to know, like, I'm intrigued. Obviously. Yeah, also, like, mind you, there's like, you know, I'm on set, there's like waiting time, doing something, doing it again. Yes. Like, you know, I'm trying to entertain myself here.
Gotta dig up a bit of gossip to chew on.
Exactly. And then also for context, this control test dyke, she is part of kind of, I asked her, I was like, oh, so this production company, she was like, oh, me and the other producer, the tall woman, own it. So I find out they own it. So the tall one, the potential lesbian, and the control test lesbian, they own it together. And I'm still not making any connections.
You're not thinking...
I'm not.
These two people are engasherated to each other. I'm
not thinking until control test dyke is driving me to the literal airport later on when I'm catching my flight back to London. And I'm like, how did you meet, kind of? And then she's like, well, blah, 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 like the name of the tall one. And I'm like, oh my God, that's your fiance.
Grown humans are scissoring in front of my face, and I didn't
see it. And I just thought, fucking Eastern European dykes represent. Sorry, you're telling me you own a production company together
Yeah.
You're this lesbian power couple who owns this production company together, and you're working together, and you're both like gorgeous and cool and amazing. Here's the sad part, which is that I was like, are you thinking of like planning a wedding? She was like, well, we can't really get married because they live in Slovakia, not in Prague, because one of them's Slovakian. And then she was like, and we can't get married there. She was like, so for me, like, we've already like made the commitment through the engagement. And I was like, oh fuck, that's crazy.
That is so fucking sad.
Yeah, it's so sad.
What the fuck,
It's so sad because I was like, well, here we are, and you're like own this company together, you're like out together, you're being together, like just let them get married.
Yeah, let these two kids get married.
What the fuck?
It's so ridiculous to think that like 16-year-olds are out here getting married, like,
I know.
but not to fully grown adults that can choose to do whatever they want to fucking do.
No, it's so insane.
It's gonna piss me off. I'm pissed off now.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
But I feel you. Like, it's just frustrating. So it's like
words.
these beautiful, amazing women. Like, what do you
and like
mean?
that's fucking Europe. Do you know what I mean? That's like
no, exactly.
somewhere that like on a whole, like the continent of Europe is like reasonable for gay rights.
Yeah.
And like you're just off shooting a thing, you meet some people, and they're like, we literally can't get married. Like,
yeah.
That feels like we're in 1950.
I know. And do you know what else? No, but this is a fun thing.
Okay.
So the control test dyke name is the same as the girl I'm seeing, and what's more is because her name is spelled in like a very specific way, and everybody misspells it. And this control test dyke, her name was spelled the exact same. And I've never met anybody else with that name and that spelling.
Wow. Oh my god.
I know.
Maybe it was.
And I texted Caligal, and I was like, can't believe you planted this dyke here just to make me think of you. And she was like, I don't need to do that. You think of me all the time anyway.
Oh,
and I said,
so right.
And also, and I was explaining sort of my polyamorous lifestyle to control test dyke, and she was saying about how she was like, I feel like there's always somebody in the equation that like doesn't really want the openness. And I was like,
what?
No. No,
there isn't.
No, but I think that's like the narrative. That just made me think of that's the narrative. I don't think she was judgmental. I think she was just like in what she's seen like around her, maybe, and stuff, and maybe on TV as well.
Yeah.
It just made me deep that like I think the representation of polyamory is either like, oh, these like hippie people, or it's like these greedy people, or it's like this like type B loose person and the type A person who actually doesn't want it.
Yeah.
It's
so
never
true.
like actually two like reasonable people and it's working out.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, good God.
I will be so excited for the day when that's just like normal on TV.
Gonna have to make that happen.
I know, we've got a long list of things to do.
Yeah.
Let's put that as like number 2 or something.
Yeah, apart from
number 1 is
running
getting queer marriage in Slovakia. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2, marathon.
Yeah.
Number 3, polyamory representation in TV.
Yeah.
Oh.
And also we just gotta sort of make sure that the whole World War III doesn't happen, so that we can get on with all these other things.
Yes, that's true.
I
That's
had the most
quite
dystopian
pressing.
moment the other day. I was scrolling on shame, I know your name, TikTok, and I got one of these like commission paid, where it's like a creator that's like advertising a product and they're getting commission on it. And it was like, right guys, so like with the threat of World War III hanging over us, you need to get one of these. And it's like some survival thing. I was like, what in the Black Mirror is going on? Like, why am I getting advertised to buy things? I'm getting advertised like they're attacking my fear. They're trying to appeal to my fear of being caught in World War III by like selling me this product. They're trying to capitalize off of the sort of horrendous state of the world
war.
and the threat of war.
That is
I
devastating.
Was like, whoa.
Who is paying that commission?
Crazy.
Oh.
Anyways, on a happy note, sample test or whatever we're calling her, Dyke. Control test, thank you. Control test Dyke said that her and her tall, beautiful fiance are flying to Dublin to watch Renee rap, and I was like, oh damn, I did want to watch Renee rap. And then it turns out there were resale tickets, so me and Callie Girl are seeing Renee rap
in Dublin.
No, actually, but in London. I wish it was in Dublin,
fun.
Because I'd love to link up with this producer duo and be like, hey girls.
Hey. Yeah. And then those two people have the same name.
Exactly.
Could be like, oh
Exactly.
my god. Or maybe like they'd start a small like wormhole if they met, so they can never meet. That's so cool though. I'm glad you got resale. I'm glad you're happy.
Yeah, I'm happy. I am, because I do know a lot of her songs, and I think she's just got a really hot vibe, to be honest. And I think it's going to be a hot time, and that's ultimately what I'm after.
Yeah, that's so real.
Yeah,
I am so 50-50 on Renee Rapp. Like, I really want to like her, and I just really don't.
You don't like her because she's a little bit arrogant? And like when you've seen interviews of her, I'm sure you've seen that. Mm-hmm.
But I respect that at the same time. I love that she does that.
Yeah.
That she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But then I think maybe it rubs me up the wrong way.
Yeah.
I feel like put off. But then I think she's doing it to put people off in terms of like she's doing just what she wants.
Yeah.
Which I respect. So it keeps going round, and it's like I'm like circling forever.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think it also, but I think I've got some kind of, weirdly, I think I give grace for that in a way where I'm like, I do think it's hard not to become that person when you are probably like bombarded with like opinions, other people's opinions of you, this, that, and the other. Like, I can see a world in which if that was me, I would kind of become a bit arrogant and be like, whatever, fuck it, I'm just gonna say what I want, and like all of that kind of stuff, because, you know, after a while you're just like, people are gonna judge you regardless, and people are judging you all the time. I don't know, it kind of feels like the same as when, this is such a rogue reference, but you know I love those, when I was a teenager and like I was a little bit messy and drinking and partying a lot, and then people started like judging me and like talking about how I was like too much and crazy, and like, you know, I was just like so like out of control. And then I sort of like lent into that so hard, so I was like, well, if that's what you think, then like fuck you guys, I'm gonna do whatever I want and I'm gonna go crazy and blah blah blah. I don't know, part of me feels like that mentality could be at play here, but also I've no fucking clue.
Yeah. No, that's so valid. It's so funny to think of that like time of your life, you know, you're so measured and really diligent and like so in control now. Like when you just said casually that, you know, you haven't had alcohol for over 5 years, or just over 6 years.
Over 5 years.
That's so impressive.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Damn.
No, it was a different time for sure.
And you're still so wild. I think that's what the crazy thing is. It's like you still are like probably the person I know who most likely would do like any just random shit.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So you've managed to maintain like a sense of like unpredictability and chaos.
Exactly.
Imagine
what I was on. Exactly. Imagine this quality. Imagine that with the other stuff involved. You can understand why people were like, she's crazy.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my god. Oh god. Thank goodness.
Yeah, thank goodness. But I think that's what also keeps lives fun for me. I think that's part of what makes sober life so exciting, and being like there for all of that, and like feeling the thrill of actual experiences and not having them be like numbed out by any sort of substance or anything, and being like, oh, I can do all of these, I can do like wild things or whatever, and be like really feel that experience and be there for it in a different way. and also not like go too far and then like end up in a really sticky situation or be like anxious to the point of no return.
Yeah. For Clit Screen this week, I've watched So Into You, which is a queer short film on YouTube by Emma Josephson. So it's got 500,000 views, so it's quite exciting because it's obviously doing well for something that's just like a random queer short film, but also not doing so well that you can't feel like you're getting in on something exciting and new. And it's really amazing, like amazingly produced, and it's really wholesome. It's about an older lady who like is realizing she's queer. This is such a top for me. It's just so sweet, and I want everyone to go and watch it. It takes like, I think it's like 20 minutes long or something. It's so short, and it's just amazingly done and nicely acted. I mean, it's, you know, it's exciting to see somebody who's like making film and an original concept, and nice to see an older queer lady as well. It's a good diverse cast for like such a small production. Okay, queer me out. Queer people should get like a basic income tax, or no, basic income paid for by straight people. So all straight people should have to contribute a tax, and then all queer people should be able to have like a share of that, like £10 a week or something, to just have a little treat for all of the hell we went through for the first 20 years of our lives.
My immediate thought is like, then how much tax are we paying for slavery?
Oh, like 10 times this,
Exactly.
100 times this.
Exactly.
Yes, but I do think reparations are in.
No, reparations are in order.
Requirement.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I'm just immediately like, you know, there's a lot of reparations to be paid. And like, you know, if we're now thinking that we are in government, we're trying to sort of sort out the new tax system.
Imagine,
how much tax are we
getting?
getting?
Reparations has already been made. Like the world is perfect, apart from we haven't got the gay tax going yet.
Yeah,
the
great.
straight tax, I should say.
Great.
All I want is to be able to
because I'm like, you know, yeah, of course I want the gay tax, but then I'm like, there's not enough disability allowance, or do you know what I mean? There's not enough money
Anna,
in the NHS.
We've got it right. Everything from that in my perfect world is covered. It's all already done, signed,
Right.
sealed, delivered.
Yeah.
The plumber, who is now our prime minister, the Green Party representative, she's sorted it all out, and now we're here. And I've gone in, knock knock. I think we deserve a latte and a vegan brownie a week.
Yeah.
So I can sit down and truly just think about all the horrendous time I could have spent seeing queer people on TV when I didn't. And I want that to not be paid for by myself.
Yeah.
If I was being serious, I'm clearly being serious. But if I was being even more serious, I would say actually it should be a therapy session a week that should be subsidized.
No, for sure. Like, I wonder actually if we implemented that, because, you know, I was thinking about, not to get too dark, it's insane how much we're really, neither of us has the capacity or the sort of spoons to go to these places today, but we just keep ending up in them.
We keep being dragged there.
But I was just thinking about like the amount of people in my life, you know, including myself, that I've had like not, you know, so amazing experiences at the hands of men, potentially. Potentially, I don't know where that came from. Let's not try and sugarcoat.
Yes.
And like, you know, I wonder if there was like an automatic tax system where it was like, if you've wronged somebody, like you will have to pay for that kind of therapy,
Yes.
like the reparations there. So it was like, you know, instead of like,
idea.
instead of just like the, you know, the wider group of straight people, it's more like the people who have, so like basically, you know, the sort of the head of commissioner, the commissioner at like whatever production company that turned down the idea for that queer show, they are personally, you know, paying some tax to every single queer person who didn't see queer people on TV. And, you know, the predatory men that's wronged you personally, they are paying for your they're paying tax that's going towards your therapy. So, like, you know,
Absolutely.
it's all. So if you happen to be at the top of the food chain, if you happen to be a cis white straight man and you haven't wronged anyone, then you don't have to pay tax. So then people can't have that kind of like argument. It's like, well, if you didn't fucking wrong anyone, babe, if you were perfect, then you wouldn't have had to pay anything. But if your automatic tax system is going off, then clearly you didn't.
Then you clearly done
something wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be great.
Yeah.
It would make me feel a lot more happy as well to go about my life and give people another chance, because I'm like, if you fuck it up again, I'm getting more money.
Yeah.
So
I wonder, like, who we would be paying tax to, because, like, I'm sure we've harmed people unintentionally through our lives.
Ugly people.
Ugly people, did you say?
100%. Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
On the inside or the outside or both. Like, people who've behaved so ugly to me, and I've been like,
yeah,
I was like, I've called them out.
For sure, but that you wouldn't be taxed on that. Like, I know, for example, that, like...
Oh, thank you. Tax exemption.
But I know that I would be paying tax... God, that's loud. I know that I would be paying tax for some people. Well, I guess maybe it cancels each other out, because, you know, if I was, like, mean to my best friend, but she was also mean to me, then, like, you know, that cancels each other's out. But, like...
But it should still go out. Like, it should still go out of your account, because you're like, ugh, even though you're getting £2.50 in, the £2.50 should leave to remind you.
For sure. But I also know that I've done worse. Like, I've not been perfect in past relationships. Like, I'm sure there are people who have to talk about stuff that I've made them feel in therapy, even if I didn't make them feel that way. Do you know, like, even I didn't make them feel that way, but, like,
yeah,
I've not acted perfectly.
That triggered their... Yeah.
Exactly. That, like...
I know we're all thinking about that same person.
Wait, what?
Who's like the one who is obsessed with you and like just was committed to misunderstanding you.
Oh god, I wasn't actually thinking about her, but yeah, no, for sure.
She was in a relationship with seeing the worst in you.
Yo, definitely.
That was crazy.
And, you know, I would like to say that she probably has to pay some tax to me as well, just because of, you know, the time I put in. She
pays tax to me. Me and the goth need tax as well for that.
But yeah, I'm actually really obsessed with this idea.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it also because it kind of puts actions in sort of a black and white light, which, you know, sometimes it makes you feel like in a sort of OCD way, you're like, and that was a good thing to do and that was a bad thing to do, blah blah, which, like, realistically there are so many gray zones, like, within actions and stuff, but, like,
I know, but we can't get into the grey zones. I know we can't. That's going to take us on a whole new thing.
That's too layered. But, like, in my head I was like, that would actually be great, because then I'd actually know exactly who I've wronged and not, because I know who I'm paying tax to.
Yeah, who's deciding this tax? Like, God is seeing everything and being like, you owe this person.
Yeah, exactly. Because, and also I would kind of feel justified that way, the people I would receive tax from, because I'd be like, yeah, and, like, you know, God said that you were actually wrong and I was right.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
And then maybe, like, after a long period of time, it peters out over time. Like, it, you know, it, depending on the, you know, if it's like I don't know, you, like, to get off
low
the
key,
tube,
I'm taking interest.
Like, it's going up. Like, it has to meet inflation.
Yeah.
Like, it was like £10 in like 2010.
Oh, exactly. Oh, you're unemployed.
Yeah, now it's like,
tough luck. Inflation's still happening. Interest is being paid on my tax.
Yes.
Oh, you're now in debt because of what you did to me. Too bad.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Maybe just speak to your younger self.
Yeah.
Only thing is they could do is invent a time machine, go back, literally change the way they behaved. Well, what a deep therapeutic, deep episode.
Yeah, I was like, are we getting a different adjective? I don't think so.
No, you got deep therapeutic. That's all you needed.
Deep therapeutic, deep.
I really thought you said deep throating. What a deep throating episode.
It's because I was going to
We've
make
been
fun of
deep-throating
you,
this
but
whole
then I
time.
stumbled on my words, so it didn't really land.
It's okay. The fiance did that yesterday and it was so funny. I was like, you're such a loser.
It's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
But I get away with it better than the fiance, to be honest, I can imagine, just because of who we are.
Yeah. I so see that. The fiance would just be like, oh, well, you wouldn't give up so easily.
No, exactly.
I'd have to bully it out of you, and that depends if I had the energy for that or not.
Exactly. And I think it's also because like I will immediately like comment on what happened and comment what I did and like make fun of it that way, so I sort of like take that power away from anybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all calculated. And that brings me on to another point that I'm not going to bring up because we'll never leave.
All right. Well, love you all.
Love you.
Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
Get it off your chest, get 'em off your back. Get your compulsions back on track. Stick it to the strikes, tell 'em take a hike. Join your obsessive compulsive dykes.
I love it. That's Billie Eilish. What?
Oh my God, go home. Go home.
I'm
Everyone.
in my bed.